Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back to Hexaled Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got another game of X-Wing 2nd Edition for you here on Tabletop Simulator. This time between Monkey on the left and LOBster on the right. Monkey has a very interesting list on the left. He's got Jostero, Torani, Kulda, and 2 Jakku Gunrunners with proximity mines. The most important part of this list, I would think, is Torani Kulda with munition failsafe, R5 TK, expert handling, cluster missiles, and inertial dampeners. Why is that important? The way he wants to use this is to have Torani line up that bullseye arc. So after you perform an attack, each ship in your bullseye arc suffers 1 damage unless it removes 1 green token. He wants to use cluster missiles so that when he performs the attack, he can perform the attack again against a ship at range 1 of the original defender. And he has R5 TK so that he could even trigger cluster missiles on one of his own friendly ships, and then munition failsafe so that he can then cancel any attack and recover a charge. So if he has to attack a friendly, he'll use munitions failsafe to cancel the entire attack, but it would still trigger his ability. His ability occurs after he performs an attack. So he could, in theory, trigger his bullseye arc attack twice. We'll see if he gets to trigger that. Then he also has Captain Jostero, so that if Torani's ability causes a damage, that ship that was damaged would not have been defending against that damage, and so could trigger off of that. And the same for the proximity mines on the Gunrunners. So there's a lot to keep track of there. We'll do our best to keep track of it. On the right, we have a little bit of a more simple list. Got a big fat Redline with advanced sensors, proton torps, and 5th brother. This is probably the first time I've seen anybody put a gunner on the Punisher. While you perform an attack, you may spend 1 force charge to change one of your focus results to a crit. So that'll be good if for some reason Redline doesn't have a focus, or it's just good throwing more crits in with proton torps. Then we have Captain Feroph. While you defend, if the attacker does not have any green tokens, you may change one of your blank or eyeball results to an evade result. And he's going to have Vader here to try and take those green tokens off at the start of the engagement phase. We've got Lieutenant Sai, who loves to coordinate. And if he coordinates an action that he has on his action bar, he can perform it as well. So you'll see him giving out focus and taking a focus as well. He's got ST-321, which will allow him to, after a coordinate, take a target lock on a ship at range 3 of the ship he coordinated to. And, of course, he's carrying around Palpatine. It's a free force point for anyone. Alright, so we see quad jumpers heading into the asteroid field here. We do see all asteroids, no debris. Probably courtesy of Monkey, wants to throw people onto rocks, so gotta bring rocks. Alright, so we see a bump out of Jostero. Let's take a look at those pilot or initiatives. Jostero's at 3, Torani's at 4. Alright. Torani hasn't moved yet. Sai with a 1 forward, coordinating a focus, taking a focus himself, going to get a target lock from ST-321 on this Gunrunner. This is number 1. This is number 2. Oh, you know what? Torani puts a target lock on this Gunrunner so that he could shoot this Gunrunner first. trigger cluster missiles and then shoot somebody else, so that's pretty spicy. Let's go ahead and name our Gunrunners. Number 1, number 2. Bets are up in the chat. If you're watching live and you'd like to place a bet, !bet in the chat. Then 0 for Monkey, 1 for LOBster. And then the number of credits you'd like to bet, 100 being the max. Alright, here comes Redline, 1 bank. Should be in target lock range here. Goes for the focus, then gets the free target lock. So this could be a very unlucky quad jumper here, number 1. Be right back. All right, so combat, here we go. Let's find an angle on this. Yeah, something like that. All right, so, yep, hit and 3 crits. Did he spend his 5th brother? He did. Oof. 1 evade. He's going to take 3 crits on that quad jumper. So let's count them together. There's a loose stabilizer. There's a console fire. And there's a direct hit. Down to 1. I don't think that guy's going to make it to combat. Yep, got that. Alright, so here comes Feroph, who's going to get to trigger his ability. Oh, that's for evades. Never mind. Here comes the attack. Hit crit. Range 3, so he'll get 3 dice. 1 evade, takes the crit. Structural damage, and that is a dead gun. Ooh boy, that's a little loud. Turn down our in-game volume a little bit. That explosion comes to you courtesy of Monkey. Likes to monkey around with a mod. But that's what happens when you stick your Gunrunners out there. Range 3 of all the ships. So it doesn't look like there's going to be any more shooting. So we will go to... We'll move on to dials here. Just take a second to appreciate Jostero's art. He has some of the best card art, the coolest color scheme in the game. I'm glad Monkey's finding a way to use him. Hopefully we'll get to see him trigger. He did have a nice place at the end of 1.0 since he was so cheap. He had a place in Scum Alpha, but I want him to have an even bigger role in 2.0. Alright. Let's take a look at how much his build for Jostero is. It's a 62 point, but if we take hull and shield upgrade, he's 51. Take off Muni, and he's 49. So not terribly expensive. Alright. So there's Jostero not bumping this time. Gets a focus. No Deadeye in 2.0, so he won't be able to shoot his rocket without a target lock. Here's a one bank from Feroph. Goes for the evade. Wants to live. And right now there's 2 force charges he can use with Vader and Palpatine on the board. But he may actually opt to get rid of Jostero's focus. Now if we see a slow maneuver out of Torani, don't think he's going to get the bullseye arc lined up. At least not on this ship. And there's nowhere to expert handling barrel roll. So he's going to go for the cluster right here. We'll see, maybe Redline or Redline will move up into range. Oh, actually, he's probably going to stop. Goes for the target lock on the quad. And is it a stop maneuver? It's a 1 forward, okay. So he does actually move into cluster missile range. If we... Man, I think this is the real threat, but he sees an opportunity here to wipe a ship off the board. So we may not see Torani's ability trigger for... Actually, we will see maybe a focus strip. So Feroph is going to use his ability on the quad jumper. Does the quad jumper give up the card or... Nope. The mod... Nope. Takes a damage. Down to 4. Looks like 2 hits. Gonna target lock. Just 2 hits. And that is his last proton torp for now. Oh, 2 crits and 2 hits. He uses the force points. 1 evade and a focus. Spins the focus token. Gets structural damage and a hull breach. Alright, Torani. He's got both at range 1 to 2, which is what cluster missiles needs. He's got to shoot the one with the target lock first. What is this? Oh, that's a Redline target lock. It's a cheeky little target lock. 1 hit. It's going to spin the target lock. Reroll those 2. Ooh, a hit focus, and that is it. Focus result. Doesn't have any... He does have a mod. Oh, he uses his ability. Yep. So nothing for Feroph. Is he going to do the double attack on Redline? Or... Oh no, he's going to do it on Psy. Nice. So he's going to spend his second charge. 2 hits. That's a little bit better. So this will be a... Oh, 1 evade. Takes 1 on Lieutenant Psy. I don't know why Redline lost a shield. And the ability strips... Okay, so he's shooting Redline and stripped a shield on Lieutenant Psy. So this is Jostero. Looks like blank crit focus. Hit crit. And this must be on Feroph. Spins the evade and... How? Oh, no, his ability. Right. Alright, here comes a shot from Feroph, range 1, so probably into the quad. 2 hits and a crit. Gonna spend his focus. And no evade, structural damage. Hit, 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 crit. So that is a dead quad jumper. Mars saying, oh yeah boy, quad jumpers in the house. The quad jumpers have left the building. If you take a look right here, Exhibit A, and if you listen to that sound, that is the sound of a quad jumper dying. Sorry you had to see that, buddy. Here comes Lieutenant Sai. Two hits. I guess he uses Palp there. And I guess he can only shoot Torani. Range 3, so he'll get 2 dice. And has nothing for it. 2 shields on Torani. Well, the quad jumpers were annihilated before they could do anything. We saw a cluster missile shot that maybe did a damage on 2 ships. And I don't believe Jostero was able to do anything either. Uh-oh. Who dis? Nope. Not gonna worry about that. Mars says you win every time you fly a quad jumper, though. You know who can't fly a quad jumper right now? This guy. Because my store didn't get Scum and Villainy conversion kits in. Even if you lose, your opponent only beat a quad jumper list. But if you win, you won with the quad jumpers. You know what? You just got to be one with the quad jumpers. So historically, this is where I've had trouble with Kimagillis, which is that they're not super nimble. Once you get that first engagement done, now it's like, do you turn around? You're probably not going to get shots here, and it's going to be difficult getting you lined up. Now, Lieutenant Sai is going to be an easy target. These aren't super nimble either, so Monkey's lucky not to have aces that he has to worry about. He could come in here. What do we have initiative-wise? 3-3-5, and Torani's a 4, so these 3s are going to move first. We might see a stop maneuver here. Might just see him bump. Cause more of a problem. Aramism on YouTube. How you doing, buddy? Mars is a big fan of mental tugging. Not going to draw any conclusions there. Alright, so Imperial player is ready to go. Let's see what Monkey wants to do here. He's freed himself. It's only 2 ships now. Searching for a target lock. Looks like he's thinking we're going to have some kind of turn here. Feroph is not stressed. Oh, there goes the 3 bank, so Jostero will have something to shoot at. See if he target locked the wrong ship. Goes for an evade on Feroph. There is the 2 bank from Lieutenant Sai. And he's going to coordinate a focus. Redline has advanced sensors, so probably not necessary unless you're planning to barrel roll as your first maneuver. Barrel roll is red, so that would mean he's not K-turning if he does opt to do that. So it goes for the focus, which gives Redline the target lock. Alright, that K-turn does fit. 4K, nicely done. And he does have Lieutenant Sai in that bullseye arc. It's only really going to matter for, I guess, getting rid of that focus afterwards. Redline goes for a boost. Maybe he did try and K-turn. Nope, 1 forward. Oh, boy. He's looking to put some hurt on Jostero, although he only gets a 3-dice attack at range 1. Yeah, Mars, happy to see the rear arc from the Lambda. Alright, so we got hit, crit, focus. Going to spend, this must be Redline, range 1. 2 evades, so takes the crit on Jostero. So that's 1 shield. It's pretty hardy Jostero. So what did he spent the 5th brother force point to change that focus into a crit. You know what? I wonder if... Does Torani's ability... Is that going to affect Jostero here? Each enemy ship, so no. He's safe. So here's Torani's roll. A whole bunch of nothing. That's disappointing. He must have been shooting at Redline because it was a 3-dice attack. Here comes Jostero. Ooh, Jostero with a hit crit. Gonna spin the... No, he's not gonna spin the target lock. Natty evade. So 3 shields. Nope. The last of the shields on Redline. 2 shields gone. Down to hull. Looks like Lieutenant Sai is going to take that 3-dice shot out the front into Jostero. 2 hits, and he's going to probably spend Palpatine. Yep, he sure does. Oh boy, blank out on Jostero, so 3 hits. 1 shield, 2 hull, down to 4. He's normally a 5. Hull upgrade brings him to 6. Alright. Monkey getting those dials down. Probably a 1 out of Torani. We may see a stop maneuver. Oh boy. Out of the shuttle to cause a bump. But that would guarantee a Torani bullseye. It would just be a matter of getting these ships out of the way. All right. There's a 4K out of Jostero, which looks like it just barely misses that rock. Nicely done. Take a moment to enjoy that color scheme from Monkey. There's just the 1 forward out of, yep, 1 forward out of Lieutenant Sai. Coordinates a focus to Feroph. And ST-321 gives Lieutenant Sai a target lock. Oh, nice. A 1 sloop out of Feroph. Gets him nice and turned around, prepared to engage another day. Is Redline stressed? No, so we'll probably see the same thing out of him. Here's a 1 forward out of Torani. Probably going to take a target lock, and he does. He's going to do this cluster missile into the Lambda here. Lambda did focus, so we'll probably see that get removed. Actually, he may just take the damage and keep the focus for his attack. Here is a advanced sensor focus and a K-turn from Redline. He's got both of these ships locked. Yep. At this point, takes a stress, and he's going to shoot first. He's out of proton torpedoes, so he's just going to have to do a primary. 2 dice. Looks like he's shooting into Jostero. Oh boy. Oh my god, look at that. 2 natural hits. 3 focus results. There's no mods for Jostero. Down to 2 hull. But Jostero is going to be able to shoot his concussion missile this turn. And nobody's going to stop him. Here we go. Torani going to shoot Lieutenant Sai with the cluster missile. You have to. Range 1. Take the shot. I know he wants to focus fire, but this is where the damage is. Nope, he's going to do a... Yep, he's just going to do a primary. 1 crit. Oh, nope, this is into the Lambda. Okay. He just wasn't rolling the extra range dice. Oh, wait. Maybe he was thinking about doing cluster missiles. That's a 3 dice attack. So he does a range 1, 2 crits and 1 evade. Takes 1 on the shield of the Lambda. Does he spend the focus? So it looks like Redline removes his focus, does the Lambda. Nope, he's going to lose a shield. So he wants the that mod for when he shoots out the back. Go, Lieutenant Sai, live your dreams. Sorry, I missed that in the chat. Aramism, got any games due after this one? No, I think this will be the last one of the day because it's almost dinner time. Looks like that wasn't rolled, right? What? Oh, concussion missiles at 3 dice attack. That's not great. One, Oh, wait. So, can concussion missile spend 1 charge after this attack hits? Each ship at 0 to 1 of the defender exposes one of its damage cards. Does that count for his ability? No, because exposing is not taking damage, right? And Redline doesn't even have any damage cards to expose. All right. Oh boy. Redline out of shields. Looks like a whole lot of nothing. Was that, maybe that shot was into Lieutenant Sai. Sai loses a shield. And then this is into Torani. Alright, Torani takes 2 down to 5. Aramism. Unless it exposes a direct hit, I guess. Yep. You right. Still probably the right missile, I think.
It's all a dream. Yeah. Just a dream.
So, Jostero has a missile slot, right? So let's take a look at that. Could he put proton rockets on it, which would be a attack focus? So that way, he's not as vulnerable, because there's no Deadeye anymore. So that kind of puts him at a disadvantage. So I wonder if you put proton rockets, and then it's a, hey, if the opportunity arises, great. If not, I've got the focus for evading defense. Nice job, by the way. Been enjoying it. Thank you. I love to hear it. I need the ego boost. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So, we're already into maneuvers here. 1 bank from Feroph. He was stressed, so no adaptive ailerons. Goes for the focus. Wants to mod some attack die. 2 forward out of the Lambda. Got good coverage on that rear arc. Take a look. There's no damage cards on any of these Imperial ships, so nothing really to worry about. Redline is stressed. There's that stress. Blends in with the mat. 1 forward out of Redline. He has to. Wants to get rid of that stress. Wants to Focus target lock. And I assume he's going to shoot into Torani here. So Jostero was here, right? So that he must have come up here and barrel rolled. Yep, he does have a white barrel roll now. That's nice. First time on live. UK here. Nice. One agility ship's tanking for the win. Yeah, that's pretty redonkulous. Did we see Vader on Torani? Yep. So Vader triggers on Torani down to 4 now. And I believe Redline is shooting range 1. Hit focus. Is he going to spend Palp? Maybe. Nope, spins Fifth Brother to turn that into a crit. So that crit's going through no matter what. Just the crit. Let's see what that is. And it is Hull Breach. So everything, all the hits are now crits. That's pretty painful. So Torani's going to get his vengeance. Looks like we have an aft reinforce. So that's going to stop him from putting too much hurt into the shuttle, which looks like where he's shooting. I guess he had a target lock. Yep, he's spinning it right now. Oh boy, a hit and 2 focus. He's not getting any breaks. So 1 hit goes through. Reinforce can only stop damage to a minimum of 1. So finally a damage card on the shuttle. Let's see, does Jostero have a shot here? I don't think so. I think it's going to go right past. Does get a bullseye arc here on Redline. Oh, that was a cluster missile shot. So it's going off on both Redline and Lieutenant Sai. There's a hit crit, and that's going to be a Palp roll? Yes, that's the Palp one. Crit goes through onto Redline, and it is weapons failure. That's a pretty spicy one. Alright, where are you, Redline? Down to 5 on Redline with a weapons failure. Nothing. Well, actually, range 1 into Captain Feroph. His ability will trigger, though, because no tokens on Jostero. Hit, crit, crit. That's not bad. This will be a free evade, thanks to the ability. So, crit, crit going through. That is the shields on the Reaper. So, a lot of damage over here, but it's spread out amongst these beefy ships. Let's see, how much does Torani have left? 3. And he's got hull breach, so if any of this goes through, it's bound to hurt. Oh my god! Where are these dice for Monkey? It's getting like focus every single time. So that's going to be 2 crits. Five and 6.
Doesn't matter, Scott. All right.
Sorry. All right. Torani's gone. He blowed up. All right, it's up to you, Jostero. Can he do it? The hero the galaxy needs. Who is he most likely to kill? Oh my god, there's 5 left on Feroph. 5 on Redline, and 6 on Lieutenant Sai. Ooh boy. I think he's just going to give LOBster the satisfaction of hunting this Kirax down. Now that I look at all this, all these obstacles, I am deeply saddened that we didn't get to see any tractors. I remember Monkey before the game started saying if he's able to tractor and move the Lambda, he automatically wins the game. Didn't get that, unfortunately. So back to dials here. I imagine we'll see a K-turn out of Redline, who is not stressed anymore. Probably a stop or a 1 forward out of Sai. So he's going to just wedge himself in here. Get another concussion missile off, maybe. Take a look at Muni failsafe here. May cancel all dice results to cover 1 charge. Okay. So the Lambda moves, gets out of here. He's got 6 hull. I don't know what he's worried about, but still in coordinate range. So he's going to give Redline a focus, get a focus himself. Who even needs advanced sensors? I mean, come on. Maybe we'll see him barrel roll for some reason. There's a bank out of the Reaper. So he maneuvered with ailerons and then did a stop maneuver, so that was... Maybe he thought Jostero would be a little bit further. Ooh, we get an advanced sensor reload because Redline wants to shoot those proton torpedoes again. I love a successful reload, and this is a free chance for him. Won't be able to shoot this turn, but nothing's going to be shooting at him.
I guess this is what stops me from opening up and giving me confidence to ask you out.
Aramism holding out for a Joster hero right now. Yeah. Well, here comes the... Is he going to do a concussion missile? No, I think he's just going to do a primary, because why do you need to spin the missile? Going to spin the target lock to reroll the 2 focus results. Oh my god. This just... Just letting him know that we know that, man, all the rerolls in the world can't help him. Monkey very much aware of... Oh, there's some luck here. Oh, does he have a target lock? One hit, 1 focus result, 1 evade. I guess he had a target lock over there. Oh, alright. And that's gonna do it. Monkey calls the game. Thanks, everybody. That's gonna be it. And that's gonna be it for tonight. On behalf of Hexiled Gaming, this is Scott, signing off.